Great. I would like to take up the opportunity to introduce everybody here, and I know that you are all super excited and we're waiting for this entire show to come down live. And here we have Mr. Luke with us, who has been directly streaming live from Malta. And also we have Brody here, who has been a special surprise guest altogether. And great. Yes. I would like to take up the opportunity to introduce to also take up here, and I know that you are all super excited and we're waiting for this entire show to come down live. And here we have Mr. Luke with us, who has been directly streaming live from Malta. And also we have Brody here, who has been a special surprise guest altogether. And great. Yes. I would like to take up the opportunity to introduce to also take, and I know that you are all super excited and we're waiting for has been directly streaming live from Malta. And also we have Brody here, who has been a special surprise guest altogether. And great. Yes. I would like to take up the opportunity to introduce to also take, and I know that you are all super excited. Okay, fine. There was a small glitch that I had to rectify. That was a technical glitch. I would like to apologize everybody for the same. And let's continue with the same spirit. And moving forward, I would like to also introduce the director of the company, Mr. Nirmal here, myself, the visionary and founder of the organization Worldify. We are all here with the best spirit altogether to help the healthcare professionals to successfully mobilize across the globe. Not just this, we are also helping students to apply for study abroad successfully across the globe with all the international scholarships possible, making the vision way more successful, at the same time be more visionary. We understand the expectations of everybody who has joined the show, and we would like to expedite it in the best possible manner. Hope that you're super excited to listen to everybody of us who are here to share our experiences as well as the information related to Malta. This is going to be, of course, grand, and I'm super excited to move forward with this show. And of course, if you're looking forward to work as a registered nurse in Malta, then your journey is going to be super excited with Worldify, with all the bling and zing. With this show, we are going to make sure that you all are enlightened with step by step how we are going to move forward with your journey, and will make it more exciting and easiest. Okay, I won't take much of your time more ahead of this. I would like to share with you a quick glance over how does the Malta look like altogether, and how your journey is going to be, of course, there. Making sure that this is the exciting thing that you are looking forward to, make sure that you are going to make this as a reality. And let's see how it goes.
Malta, home to the world's oldest temples, surrounded by crystal blue sea and around 300 days sunshine a year. The island of Malta spans just 316 square kilometres and is home to the Malta College of Arts, Science and Technology. The college offers over 190 full-time courses and 300 different part-time courses, managed by MCAST Gateway to Industry. The college's subsidiary company takes care of the international student community, training for industry and bespoke programs designed for flexible study. At MCAST, we make sure that our students are equipped with the skills required by international employers, offering an employability rate of over 90%.
I was registered nurse in my country, then I applied for Europe because I got a wonderful opportunity to work as a nurse here. But first I worked as a carer here, and then I applied with MCAST to upgrade my nursing skills, how it works in Europe. So I just completed my nursing bridging course. It was an amazing experience. Teachers were very nice, cooperative, all staff. So I really enjoyed my course, and I'm working at New SVPR as a trainee nurse currently.
Our network has expanded far beyond our shores. Through MG2I, we have partnered with colleges and institutions from all across the world. Our close relations with industry stakeholders ensure that our programs are relevant to a dynamic economy. We ensure that Malta and MCAST give you the best opportunities to succeed.
I'm Marisa Shvirep, President of the Malta Chamber of Commerce, Enterprise and Industry. The Malta Chamber, as its members, has employers of 75% of private sector workers. There's plenty of jobs and not enough people to do it all. So we welcome workers from all countries to work and study here in Malta. MCAST is the vocational college of the country. It's a brilliant place where you can learn, work, study, have experience to industry, and also enjoy the Maltese lifestyle, which is very welcoming. We have a very warm summer, a very mild winter, and it's a very safe place to live in. We have a very dynamic economy that's growing in many sectors. We are also a full member of the European Union, so there's plenty of opportunities for everyone in Malta.
We look forward to welcoming you to our island and to our college.
That was quite informative, and with this I would like everybody of you to take your seat belts more fastened, because we are going to make this more interesting with this. And I would be asking Mr. Luke to take forward the opportunity to share in his experience and whatever he has to share for this Malta nursing program altogether, and make it a little more special. Yes.
Thank you very much, Hina. It was a great introduction. I'm just going to go through a small presentation with you all. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen so far of Malta and of MCAST. So my name is Luke Kinchy, and I'm an International Support Coordinator at MCAST. I'm one of the first people you will meet when you arrive here. And even before that, I will be with you every step of the way, guiding you through anything you want. I work with Worldify, and I would encourage you to take up their assistance should you wish to do a course with us. Today, we will be talking about the undergraduate certificate in nursing studies bridging course. But before we do that, let's talk a bit about Malta. So you've seen a few shots in our video of Malta, but it's important that I highlight to you that we're an English-speaking country, so that's already a benefit for you. There is no other language for you to learn. We do have another language in Malta that I recommend while you're here, that you learn a few words in it. It's Maltese. It's quite fascinating. and the locals will love you even more if you learn at least 10 words. Trust me. I'm not Maltese myself, I'm Irish. So I grew up in a country that was really rainy. When you go outside, everything is gloomy. And living here on this beautiful island, I am afforded beautiful sea views and lovely weather all year round. Malta is also in the Schengen zone, which means one can take up many opportunities while being in EU. While you're studying, as long as you go to class and your attendance doesn't drop, you can actually take weekends elsewhere, should you wish. I myself, I came to Malta as a student, and I know what it's like to be far away. My parents live in America, so I know what it's like to have family half a world away. I understand what you will go through. I understand the good sides. I understand some of the homesickness as well. I will be here with you. So we don't need to worry about anything. We will be ready to help you. Malta College of Arts, Science and Technology. We are the leading vocational education and training institution in Malta. We offer internationally recognized certification, and we have, I can't remember the exact number, but we have over 2,000 local and global industry partners. So while you're here, there will be plenty of opportunities for you to take hold of. We were established in 2001, and we have a thriving international student population. We offer many, many courses. So even if you choose to do our undergraduate certificates in nursing studies, you can also, should you wish, do further part-time courses with us afterwards or even during the course. Some of them are free, some of them have a cost. All of our courses are credited under the Malta Qualifications Framework, which forms part of the European Qualification Framework. So what that means is your credits, not your qualification, your credits will be recognized in 48 countries. So should you wish to have your learning recognized to integrate into another college elsewhere, you can do that if the other college accepts that we have a similar curriculum to them. And it's important for you to know that our undergraduate certificate in nursing studies bridging course is run by our wonderful Institute of Applied Sciences, who Doreen here is the deputy director of. And I'm sure she might have a few things she would like to say at this point before I continue.
Thank you, Luke. So welcome. So as Luke said, the course forms part of the Institute of Applied Sciences. Apart from the nursing bridging course, we run a full-time nursing program at our institute. Here we have a fully fledged skills center and simulation center in which all the practice that is needed for your course and for the full-time nursing program takes place. We also run other health programs, not only at a degree level, but also at level 4, and also as a master's program as well. So for those of you who will have finished this course, you can also progress to our master's program, which I'm quite sure that Luke will guide you on with eventually. Our student population right now at our institute is just over 1,400 students in the variety of courses at different levels. We are at the heart of the campus. So we're very, very close to a lot of the amenities within the whole of the main campus here, because the Malta College of Arts, Science and Technology actually consists of several campuses around our Maltese islands.
Thank you, Doreen. Thank you very much. So, as Doreen was saying, we have a number of facilities at MCAS that I think you might be interested in knowing about. We have an outdoor and indoor sports grounds. All students at MCAS will be granted free gym membership. We have a multimedia library, and I cannot say anything really wrong, terrible about our library director. She is absolutely fantastic. If you go to our library, it will not be like a library that you have ever seen before. It has books, yes, it has all the multimedia services you expect, but our library director also likes to make our library interesting. So in our library, we have many things created by our students on display. And we run many events at this library as well. Simple things like treasure hunts, but also interesting talks that you might want to take part in. We also have support services here at MCAST. We have counselors, we have psychotherapists, we have career guidance counselors as well. If you need anything, please reach out to us and we will have the service to assist you with. We have a chaplaincy as well, and we have a multi-faith room. And we also have a hair and beauty salon, which I recommend. So please take advantage of it. There are many opportunities at MCAS, and I'm gonna have yet more opportunities to talk to you about. We offer part-time employment assistance. So when you arrive here as a student, you will have the right to work 20 hours a week. But it's important that you approach us before you do this, because there are certain procedures you need to follow legally, and we have all the guidance you could possibly need for that. We also have the contacts to help you find an employer. It's important for you to know that in Europe and in Malta, nurses are in very, very high demand. So if you're worried about whether there will be any career opportunities once you do this course, you will be headhunted while you do this course. Do not worry about career when it comes to doing this course. We also have an Erasmus office. So should you wish, once you complete the course, you can take part in an Erasmus project, which can range from 2 months to 6 months. It's up to you. And we also have a CSR project space where you can meet the local and global NGOs that are active on our campus. And we have numerous events, as I was stating before. So you will find a very lively campus when you come here. Now let's talk about the course that you came here to hear about, the undergraduate certificate in nursing studies bridging course. It meets one of the requirements for you to register as a nurse in Malta as a non-EU, as a holder of a non-EU qualification. It's important to follow a course like ours because it tackles key content as per EU Directive 2005/36 EC, okay? It's important for you to get to know this directive. And in fact, when you do this course, we will guide you through elements of this directive. This directive is important because it's linked to the interviewing process that you will have once you register as a nurse in Malta. We develop critical skills in quality management, and our course includes a work placement component, which actually prepares you directly for integration into Maltese and European healthcare sectors. And as I was saying before, there are plenty of career opportunities for nurses in Malta. And we would really love to have you here. We would love to have you here. The course has a 6 to 8 months duration. The duration varies due to the work placements. Sometimes the work placement can take a bit longer depending on the type that you have to follow, but the work placement builds your skills. So do not see this as a disadvantage, see this as an advantage. It awards you 45 ECTS at EQF level 6. And there is an application fee of 150 euros, and our tuition fees amount to 4,400 euros, and they need to be paid in full before you commence the visa application process. For our entry requirements, we need you to have a relevant first degree or a diploma in nursing. Okay, so this means we're really talking about someone who has nursing qualifications already. If you don't have any nursing qualifications, do not worry. As my colleague, the Deputy Director, Doreen McAuliffe, was saying, we also have a bachelor's in nursing. It's a 3-year course. So if you don't meet our requirements for the bridging course, but you want to be a nurse in Europe, we also have that course, which is just as good, okay? We'll also need you to have a transcript of hours that clearly divides the theoretical hours and practical hours attended during your degree or diploma. This means that even if you have 10 years experience as a nurse, what our nursing council, this is not MCAS here now, what our nursing council cares about for your registration is the hours in your degree or diploma. So you need to be sure that you get this transcript from your institution that you did the course with. It's a standard document, and many of them issue it. So please check with them. If you're having any difficulties getting this transcript, please contact Worldify, and they will assist you, I'm sure. Okay. You will also need to get an MCuric statement. Okay, and an MCuric statement is a statement that is issued by our National Qualifications Recognizer. Okay, MQRIC. And what it does is it determines where your current qualification is placed in the Maltese system. We need it to be at least a level 5. This process can be done online, and Worldify can help you with it. So please take advantage of their services when it comes to these things. We also need you to have an English language certificate, and because our nursing council only accepts an IELTS Academic with an overall of 6.0, or an OET with at least B in speaking, C+ reading, writing, and listening, we need you to have one of these. We cannot accept anything else, unfortunately. It has to be an IELTS Academic with overall 6, or an OET certificate with B in speaking, C+ in reading, writing, and listening, okay? Now let me talk to you a bit about the units in the course. So we have ethical issues and decision making. We have multidisciplinary approaches in health and social care, quality assurance in health and social care, the work placement that I was talking about. We do some English modules, but this is not English, how to speak English on an everyday. It's English targeted towards the healthcare sector, but also towards the academic sector. We need to give you the skills to really thrive in the European academic sector. So we will building your skills in presenting essays, in compiling research, and this will not only transfer to your eventual career once you finish our course, but it will actually assist you throughout our course as well. We have a module in gerontology and mental health. So ethical issues, as you can imagine, are extremely important in the healthcare sector. And what our module does is it ascertains and ensures that you have the knowledge that is required to make such decisions. It will be important because what you will learn in our modules will reappear in the interview that you may have with the Nursing Council. We have quality assurance, which will go a lot into EU directives, as I was mentioning before. So it's important that you understand how the healthcare sector works here in Malta and what are the best practices to employ. We also have the module in gerontology, which is crucial because in Europe, people are getting older and older and older. And so the more skills you have with dealing with the elderly, the better. And so this module will give you these key components that you will definitely be quizzed on in a nursing interview. Likewise, in Europe, we value increasingly mental health. So we will have an extensive module that will cover various aspects linked to mental health nursing that you will have the opportunity to discover. Shall we move on to the questions and answers phase?
Okay, absolutely. This is one of the fascinating portion of the entire show, and I know that's your favorite one too.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so I would ask Mr. Nirmal to represent the students community altogether. And I personally am confident that he would be asking all the questions that are asked normally by our healthcare professionals. If you're watching this show and you're a healthcare professional, so you guys can also comment your questions in the comment section. Of course, we'll try our level best to cover everything here. So, Mr. Nirmal, could you please represent the healthcare community and ask questions on their behalf from Mr. Luke and bother him as much as possible? Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Ina. And thank you so much, Mr. Luke, for the very informative session. And we are getting a lot of queries from the students. So I would like to ask all the students. So stay tuned and I'm going to cover up all the questions. So without wasting any time, let's proceed. So my first question is like, what is the eligibility criteria in terms of education, Mr. Liu?
So one would need to have a nursing qualification. and that qualification needs to be a diploma or a degree. Okay.
All right.
It also needs to come hand in hand with an empiric statement, which is
Great.
something you can obtain online.
So can freshers apply for this program?
Freshers cannot apply for this program because one needs to have a nursing qualification to apply for the undergraduate certificate in nursing studies, because it's a bridging course. It bridges a knowledge gap. Now, if you are a fresher, you just finished your higher secondary and you want to become a nurse in Malta, you can apply for the bachelor's in nursing. If
Okay.
you have only done 1 year in your qualification, you can apply for the bachelor's in nursing. Unfortunately, we will not be able to recognize an uncompleted qualification.
All right. And if a student is diploma and bachelor holder from India and they recently passed their graduation, so can they apply for this particular
Yes,
program?
yes, they can apply.
All right. All right. And we have covered the IELTS and OET requirements, so I will not ask that question. Okay, so suppose once a student get the visa approval, so what will be the next step once they land there?
So the next step once they land there is that they will meet with us and we will do
Okay.
our onboarding process with them. So we will guide them. The most important thing for them to do immediately is to apply for a residency.
All right.
Because what will happen in the visa process is you will be granted an entry visa of 3 months, and it will not cover the duration of the course. So you will be required to apply for a residency in order to extend your stay in the Schengen zone. And we will guide you through all the forms and requirements that you need for that. They are mainly the same as for the visa application, but there are actually 2 crucial points you should know about. First, you really need to come to Malta with an international debit card. It will make your life easier to have the card from your home country before you travel. Because when you come here, our banks will look for a certain period of residency before they will grant you a bank account. In my case, it took me 3 years to get one. So, okay, as a student, so it's important that you come with the international debit card first, and you don't make the same mistake as me and spend all your time queuing up at Western Union and having other complications related to that. So you will save more money if you get the international debit card with you first. The reason you need this for the residency is that they will ask you to prove that your card works in Malta, that you have access to your funds. And so with a card, it's much more easier than getting documents showing that you got money from TransferWise or from Revolut or from whatever app you're using. It's easier with a card. It's also important for you to know that recently Malta has started to do a health screening of incoming students and workers. And being students in the healthcare sector, you will have to do the most advanced health screening. And so if you're worried about your age and you want to do this course, your age is not a problem. You could be very young if you are not healthy enough to work in the healthcare sector. Please consider a different course. And if you're a bit older but very healthy, this course is perfect for you.
Great. So I believe it's great that you are the first person, especially for the healthcare professionals, to meet once they land in Malta. All right, that's great. This is one of the most important question, Luke, that a student wants to know about the part-time jobs availability while pursuing this particular program.
So while pursuing this particular program, my office will be hounded to give names of students to certain companies who want to hire them as carers. Because before you finish the nursing qualification, there will be companies that approach you to work as a carer at first. And then when you become a nurse, they will try to hire you as a nurse immediately. So you should not be worried when I'm doing this course about whether you will find any employment. In fact, the ball is in your court. Which employer would you rather work with? That is the question you need to ask yourself. What sector of nursing do you want to work in? The options will be on your table.
All right. So when can they apply for that nursing examination?
We actually recommend that they apply for the examination towards the beginning of the course, because the processing of the examination takes quite a while.
Okay.
And so you apply, let's say, during the second month of the course.
Mhm.
And then by the time you finish the course,
Mhm.
you will soon be allowed to sit for the interview, because it does take quite a duration for the registration process.
All right. So means a student can book their this interview session anytime while pursuing this program, right?
Yes, 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 yes.
That's
But
great.
they will need to complete the program to register.
Absolutely. So Mr. Luke, is there any special benefits for the strong profiles in terms of qualification and work experience?
I mean, the benefits is that given that the nursing sector is in high demand,
Mhm.
better students or
Mhm.
students with better backgrounds might find that they have even more opportunities to take
All
hold
right.
of once they become registered nurses.
All right. Um, if I talk about the salary brackets for the registered nurse in Malta, so what will be the average salary?
What we're looking right now is entry level. So when they first register, it's about 25,000 euros a year.
All right. And it can enhance as well
Yes,
in
you know,
terms
it
of,
increases with every year. And this is for public sector.
okay.
I don't know what the private sector is offering, probably more.
So depends on the caliber of the nurse and how interview goes, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
That's great. So what is the generally the visa processing time?
So after finishing admission,
Mhm.
which can be quick, can be slow, it depends on you as an
Mhm.
applicant, whether you give us all the documents we need.
All
Okay.
right. All right.
But let's say we got through that part.
Mhm.
You would book an appointment. Well, we would book it for you at the VFS center.
Mhm.
That would take a few weeks for the appointment to be granted. From
Mhm.
there, they will take your documents and review your case. So
Mhm.
we're looking at 2 to 3 months to get the visa decision.
All right. So for an example, a nurse wants to come in July month. So what
Yes.
will the exact time or the best time to start the process?
So to start the visa process, if you were to come here in July, we'd be looking for you to start latest in May, ideally in April.
April.
Mhm.
All right. Perfect.
And
And
the
is
reason for
Malta.
this is we rather students arrive early so we can assist them before the course starts.
All right. All right. So for July, if nurses are looking for the July session, so I believe this is the right time to apply, right?
Yes, it's perfect time to apply.
Exactly. Okay. So the next
But
question is.
you should not be worried about applying for this course because our intake is always open. So if you cannot meet April, you cannot
Mhm.
meet May, we will always have another group for you to join. We are
Absolutely.
opening this course constantly. It's not fixed per year once, and that's it. We run maybe 6 to 10 of these groups per year, and it's growing with each year.
Great. Great. So next question, which is also the most asked question, is that is Malta Nursing Council examination tough?
Doreen, would you like to answer whether the examination is tough?
There are no trick questions during the examination. It basically wants to know if the person is qualified in carrying out all the basic skills. So, it shouldn't be difficult for somebody who's qualified and has already been working in the sector.
All right. All right.
We at MCAS do have this course to build you towards succeeding at this interview, this examination. We have very, very, very few cases of failures to this interview. And in the cases I know of, it was because they lied on their CV.
Mhm.
And then they were asked, how do you do a renal transplant? And they couldn't answer, despite having 2 years of experience according to their CV. So please, it's important that you present an honest version of yourself when you come to our college and when you want to become a nurse in Europe.
All right. So Luke, as we get the queries globally, so I would like to know, some nationalities applicants. So can Pakistani and Nigerian and from Ghana and from Nepal, so are these applicants eligible for this program?
Yes, they may apply. Now, when we see a qualification we haven't recognized before.
All
We
right.
sometimes ask the applicant to approach our nursing council just to be sure, because what we would not like to have happen is that somebody does this course, they invest all that time and money, and they go the mile, they go the extra miles, they pass the
Absolutely.
course with flying colors, and then they're told that
Mhm.
their qualification is not recognized and they cannot become a nurse. So
Okay.
in
So
most
all
cases it's
from
fine,
your
but from
end,
time to time, if you're an applicant we have no experience with, it may take a bit longer to process your case, because we want to be sure that you definitely get what you need to get out of our course.
so first of all, they need to get their MQRIC done, and on that basis, they can apply, right?
Yes.
All right. And Luke, what is the maximum age limit to apply for this program?
No, we do not have an age limit, but there is a health limit to working in the healthcare. So
Great.
that's the important barrier. If you
Right.
think, or if you know that you suffer from something that you know nurses are not favored when they have, then please opt for a different course.
That's great. So that's amazing news, especially for the healthcare professionals, that there is a no limit.
We have plenty of students that are in their 40s and their 50s, so it's not a problem.
Amazing.
They just have to have the fitness required for the sector.
All right, that's great. So now the next question is related to the classes. So I would like to know that what are the timings, the classes per day?
All right, so it will not lie to any of you, the course is intense, it's tough.
Right.
And classes go from Monday to Saturday.
All right.
They're usually in 3-hour sessions.
All right.
Okay. The maximum amount of lectures delivered per day is 6 hours. But, and here's what's important, our lecturers are expert nurses, but they're still nurses. And so the timetable will reflect the gaps that they have in their own load as nurses. So you will not have a consistent week in your timetable. And from time to time, you will know in advance, but lectures will move because they will be called in for emergency duty and things happen. It's the nursing sector. We do our best to build a timetable so that one can work part-time at the same time. But it's very important that all students know that the studies come first while you're studying, and then the work comes later. Like what you're studying in this course grants you better opportunities 8 months later once you register as a nurse. And so it's very important for you to privilege it over whatever work you might be doing on the side. Because your performance, your attendance, everything will be sent to the nursing council. They might grant you nursing registration, but on the basis of your results and your attendance, you might get different opportunities.
All right. All right. Last but not the least, so how many days, the Malta Nursing Council result takes? Like suppose I have given examination, so when I will get my result?
In my experience, it's around a month.
A month.
Yes.
All right, that's great. So I believe from my end, Hina, I have covered all the questions on the behalf of the students. So if any students have, further doubts, I would request everyone to, connect with their respective counselors. So they would be able to have help you with the best answers, or otherwise we will get connect with you. Over to you, Hina.
Okay, that was quite enlightening, of course. With this, I would like to extend my special thanks for our guest speakers, Mr. Luke and Dory, to enlighten us and making this evening way more beautiful for the entire biggest community over globe, Worldify. And I would like to make a few announcements, and for the viewers, of course, who are here to enlighten themselves over Malta. Worldify is all set to help you study, settle, and work abroad. As this session is exclusively for healthcare professionals, I would like to enlighten you all that Worldify assists you in becoming registered nurse across the globe, especially UK, NHS, Malta, USA, Singapore, New Zealand, Australia, and Middle East. Absolutely, with all the support, including your training support for OET, IELTS, academic test, as well as general NCLEX examination, DHA Metric, and furthermore providing you the perfect support in deciding which country is of course meritorious for you and on the basis of your skills, current experience, your nationalities, and we recognize your expectations, and we of course try going an extra mile to beautify your journey as much as possible. Worldify helps you right from your resume building to processing your entire profile and providing you the placement assistance, and with a team of more than 500 experts all set to help you on the fast track basis to make your dream a reality. For making sure that you're all having the tagline already followed up on all the social media platforms, we have made this special altogether tagline: for study, settle, work abroad, you can choose Worldify confidently. With this, I would like to sign off from this session. And I would like to ask Mr. Nirmal for the last and final conclusive words. And let's conclude with this all together with all a smile. Yes.
All right, Hina. So I believe you have covered up all the things, but yes, especially for the healthcare professionals, and if you're looking to, make your dreams come true, so I believe this is the right time to apply. So without wasting your time, just pick up your phone and contact on the below numbers, and you can contact the respective counselors. So let's see you and punch your application as soon as possible. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Luke and Dorem, for your time. Thank you, Ina.
Sure. It was wonderful having you everybody here. And I would like to ask our guest speaker, Mr. Luke, to end up the session with a formal smile and his kind words, please.
Thank you all for joining us. It was a thrill for me to have this experience and to have this opportunity to engage further new students. I love having more and more students here in MCAST. The more the merrier. So please apply. Don't hesitate. Don't hesitate about anything. I'm sure Worldify can get you through. And please, hope to see you in the next few months.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the show and all your queries were answered well. Keep yourself awaited. Of course, we are going to come up with live shows for MCAS even more. Coming up shows will be having all more QA sessions covered, and we will hope to have you all stay tuned. We are having the intakes already open for applications altogether. For July, applications are also open, as well as September. You guys can apply actively. Counselors are working 24/7 to make sure that you guys are getting the best support out of it. And with this, we sign off from the session. Take care, everyone. Hope you have a